Hey folks, hi Rathalogic. It has been a while, and I'm going to try and be better about it this summer. Uh, for those of you who have not tuned in before, I'm Jeff. I try to stream fairly regularly. I raise money as part of Extra Life for the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children. Usually, before the big 24-hour marathon that's part of that event in November, I will try and do a few months of streaming leading up to it. And after the 24 hours, I tend to have a pretty hard time doing regular streaming for a little while. And now it's June already, so I'm going to get going on some regular streams again. Going to start off with some Morrowind tonight. If you haven't played Morrowind before or watched me play Morrowind before, I will fill you in on the ultra complicated plot as we go. But it shouldn't be too hard to understand who I'm chopping and why I'm chopping them. So I'm just going to get the game started. How's it going, Rathalogic? And if there are any audio issues or video issues, please just let me know. I can see the chat. And I should be able to fix them. As I said, it's been a while since I've streamed, so we may have some technical difficulties to work out. All right, let's load our game. Now, last time we were playing, I believe... actually, I guess I can check my journal. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is try and find a spy in the Mages Guild. So the Mages Guild is Morrowind. Well, it's the Empire's association of magic users. People can come here for training. They can come here for work. There's all sorts of services available. One of the ones we'll use quite a bit in the game is called the Guild Guide. Lets us teleport around the map. Vardenfell, which is the volcanic island Morrowind takes place on, has all sorts of locations, and it takes quite a while to walk between them. So the guild guide will let us teleport between the different mages guilds around the island. We are in Aldrune right now, but we can teleport to Balmora down here. We can teleport to Vivek up here. I believe there's one in Sadrith Mora. There's one in Caldera. And that might be it. That might be it for the Mages Guilds. Anyway, the Balmora Guild Steward thinks there is a spy in the Mages Guild, and we are going to do some snooping around and figure out if that's true and who it is if it is.
A warm welcome to you.
So we'll just ask. Okay, so apparently he thinks I'm accusing him of being a spy. Oh, we're gonna fight something. Don't worry, Amazon Warrior. We're gonna do some sleuthing first, though.
Welcome, Outlander.
Alright. What does this person have to say about Telvanni spies? You don't have anything to say about Telvanni spies. Let's go ask, I think her name is Edwina. She's like the head here.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please
yeah, what does
go
she
ahead.
say? She says that the Mages Guild is very strict with its admissions rules, and they would never accept a Telvanni spy. Right, so it's a Telvanni spy. The Telvanni are one of the three major political groups on the island of Vardenfell. You have House Hlalu, which are sort of like the very foreigner-friendly, mercantile, forward-looking, non-traditional house. We have House Redoran, which our character, Dorcas Malorcas, is a member of, and they're the traditional warrior protectors of the island. They get into lots of temple-related business. They're very traditional. And we have House Telvanni, who are set up here in Sadrith Mora. And they're kind of like reclusive, xenophobic wizard lords. And for obvious reasons, they hate the Mages Guild because it is part of the Empire at large. And they don't like foreigners on the island sticking their noses in what they consider their business.
Sharing the wealth? I've lots to show you.
So this guy doesn't know of any spies in the Mages Guild. What about you? You don't know anything about spies here.
Honored guest.
So we're going to use the guild guide, and we're going to zip over to Caldera, and we're going to ask at that Mages Guild. Yeah, so there are 5 of them on the island, and we can use the Mages Guild for a very nominal fee to zip to any one of them.
Can I be of service?
Dorcas Malorcas? Maybe you can rename your character. I'm actually not sure.
Do you wish to do business?
I think it fits, though. So he doesn't know about any spies in the Mages Guild. This person doesn't know about any spies. Of course, that's exactly what a spy would say, so it could be any of them. No one here knows about any spies. Let's go to Sadrith Mora, which would be the obvious place for a spy to be. Since, as I said, Sadrith Mora is also where House Telvanni is headquartered. You don't know anything.
I must say, I find you most interesting.
And actually, I don't really need to ask, because if the subject is grayed out on the topic list, it means they don't have anything new for me to hear.
I must say, I find you
We'll ask Skinkin'
interesting.
Trees Shade, who's the...
Honored guest.
Yeah, so he's got something new. This guy's the guild steward here. He's in charge. So he says he suspects that there's at least one. He does not know who or where. Sadrith Mora may be the obvious target, but he would try looking in Vivek, where the guild decisions are actually made. Okay, so Vivek is the capital, so we will travel there.
Can I be
will
of service?
ask around. So Flacacia Fauseus says to talk to Trebonius. So Trebonius, if you haven't watched me play before, Trebonius is the head of the Mages Guild in Morrowind. He, all the other members think he's an idiot. He is an idiot. Apparently, he was assigned here as a sort of punishment because it's kind of a backwater in the Empire. Yeah, I'm the new guy in town. They just stand here all day, so obviously nothing is going to happen to them. But anyway, Trebonius is kind of a moron. Yeah, he says he asked me to chain an army of Droog, who are like squid people, to the foreign quarter canton and have it towed to a more reasonable climate. He does not consider him a good candidate for Archmage. What Trebonius asked me to do is solve the riddle of the mystery of the disappearance of the dwarves. A few thousand years back, the dwarves all just disappeared simultaneously, completely vanished. So that's going to be a big one. And actually, we're pretty close to solving it. We can probably solve it after a visit to an expert we heard about in a previous section. So we pretty much figured it out, and we can go into detail when that comes up later.
A warm welcome to you.
So this guy, let's ask him. So he says, Telvanni spy? Not that I know of. I'm the special advisor to Archmage Trebonius on Dunmer issues, and you can check his credentials with Trebonius himself. So the Dunmer is just what the Dark Elves call themselves. I don't believe that Dark Elf is considered an offensive term, but they do prefer Dunmer. So we'll use Dunmer most of the time, or at least we'll try to.
You seem
this
like
is their
very
homeland.
good company.
So if we can, there we go. Trebonius. I'm not going to hand a letter. So because we've advanced far enough in the Mages Guild quest line, we can become Archmage if we want. And we've received a letter from the head archmage in the Imperial capital that basically tells Trebonius to step aside and let us do that. But we want to finish up all the Mages Guild quests first. Hey, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. I'm going to interrupt my Morrowind lore for a second to just talk about why I'm here. You can see down below me, I have a little fundraising total. This is my 7th year doing Extra Life. It is Extra Life's 15th anniversary. And what Extra Life is an organization that puts gamers in touch with their local Children's Miracle Network hospital. Mine is the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children and the Sick Kids Foundation here in Toronto. It's a really great cause. All the money you donate goes directly to the hospital. It's tax deductible. We end it with a big giant 24-hour marathon in November. You can see it's going to be the 3rd and 4th for me. And it's a lot of fun. It's a really great cause. Please donate if you can. I actually hate video games, and I would never play video games if I wasn't raising money. So raise that money and free me from the prison of retro games. That's not true. I actually have a really good time. And the 24-hour marathon is a really good time, too. If you've tuned in before, you know it is a lot of fun, even if I do get really tired and loopy toward the end. I'll be giving more details about my fundraiser as we go on throughout the year, because I'm going to be streaming regularly, trying to do it Friday nights, because I don't feel like doing anything on Friday nights except sitting around, and this is a good time for me to raise some money. But I'll have incentives for donating certain amounts. There may be things that I'll do that's fun and interesting when we reach certain fundraising milestones. I haven't decided yet. Probably Tony Hawk Karaoke is going to be on there. That was something I talked about doing last year, but we never hit the fundraising level that I wanted to do it. And what Tony Hawk Karaoke is going to be is I'm going to play the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, maybe Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on my original PlayStation. Those games are known for their fun pop-punk soundtracks. Pretty iconic soundtracks. And I guarantee I still know most of the words to all of those songs because I played those games so much in high school. But if I try to play that game on Twitch with the sound playing, what's going to happen is I'm going to get copyright strikes because those are all copyrighted songs from actual albums. So what I will do if I reach a certain fundraising amount, it'll probably be around last year's fundraising total. So I think around $900. I'd have to check. I will do Tony Hawk Pro Skater Karaoke. I will turn off the music and I will sing the songs myself to the best of my ability while I do some kick flips and other sweet skateboard tricks. It'll be a really good time. All right. So let's ask Trebonius about the Telvanni spies. He says there's definitely no spies. He's the Archmage. He would know. And Tiram Gaedar, his Dunmer advisor, will keep an eye out for things like that. So Tiram has been of immense assistance. He helps him see the Dunmer side of every decision he makes, and he came with the highest credentials. He's sure he has the credentials somewhere around. Nope. No singing until we raise the right amount of money, and I haven't quite decided what the right amount of money will be. Okay, so we've got a letter from Akato, who is the Imperial Battle Mage. He's the guy in charge of the Mages Guild throughout the Empire, and they're supposedly the credentials for this Dunmer advisor. Tiram Gaedar's credentials. Let's see. It says, to the esteemed Archmage Trebonius. The man delivering this letter is one Tiram Gaedar. Though a Dunmer, he was raised in the Imperial Province. I recommend him as an advisor on the politics of the Dunmer in Vardenfell. Sincerely, Akato, Imperial Battle Mage. So Akato is actually misspelled here. So I'm going to guess that Mr. Gaedar here is our Telvanni spy. That would be my guess. So let's just talk to him about his credentials again. We're going to say they look suspicious. He says if you don't stop making baseless accusations, he'll be forced to make a complaint to Trebonius. All right. So Trebonius is a moron. We're not going to get anywhere with him, so we're just going to report
Can I be of service?
to Rannis in Balmora.
At your service, Outlander.
And tell her we figured out who the spy is. Because those are the worst forged credentials I've ever seen. He didn't even bother forging a signature. He just straight up misspelled the name. So she says, this is exactly the kind of proof she was looking for. Good work. It's a shame that the guild is run by a scuttlehead with no sense or ambition. These credentials are the worst forgery she's seen in years. Even Akado's name is misspelled. Please take these scrolls and a dagger for helping the guild. So that's solved. So, I am ready to replace Trebonius as head of the Mages Guild. So what we are going to do is finally solve the riddle of the disappearance of the dwarves.
Oh, greetings. How do you do?
And how we're going to do that is we are going to go to Caldera, where I have a house full of treasure.
Oh, friend.
And by a house full of treasure, I mean I've just been piling things on the floor there. And the people who live there don't seem to mind. And I've got a couple books that will give... Oh, everyone wants to talk to me. I've got a couple books that will give some clues, and I'm going to take them to an expert on the dwarves. And see what he has to say about them.
I feel I can truly share.
Yes. Okay, let's look through our books here. So we want that one, I think. Yeah, that's... We're going to take all our dwarf-related books here. Yeah, I think those should be all the books I need. As you can see, I'm just piling stuff up. We'll actually do some interior decorating at some point. Because I do have a stronghold now, but I've just been sort of piling things around this house that doesn't belong to me, but all these orcs don't seem to mind. And neither does Creeper here.
I feel I can truly
so,
share with you.
We are going to go to Nisus, where there is an expert. Oh, we got a bat. Okay, they've got it under control. We're going to go to Nisus and talk to an expert on the dwarves, and we're going to finally solve the mystery of the disappearance.
Good to see you, Outlander. Searching for spells.
Oh, friend. How about a potion?
Basically, my understanding is that they screwed up trying to make themselves immortal, and they just all vanished. So, that's it. That's the mystery. So we're going to take the Silt Strider. Yes, and we will get into hitting hearts with hammers.
How about
right now.
sharing
Please
the
go
wealth?
ahead.
That's actually a major plot point we'll get into eventually. But the heart is very special, and so is the hammer.
Should you need something?
And it was involved in the dwarves' disappearance. So we're going to take the Silt Strider, which is a giant bug. We're going to go to Nisus. And there's actually a rogue Telvanni wizard who lives here because he just wants to be left alone. We're going to bother him, though, because we want to ask him about the dwarves. I think this is the entrance. And hopefully he doesn't have any guards, like skeletons. Oh, he's got some rats, though. Let's get our axe. He'll probably thank me for taking care of the rats. Oh, he's got skeletons in the closet. We just want to go talk to him. I don't want to kill all his undead servants. It's locked and trapped. Okay. I feel like I have a spell for this. And there's no spell to disarm traps, which is very silly. I have to actually try to disarm it myself with a thieving tool. Let's see if we can do it. Alright, so the other trick you can do is you can use the telekinesis spell. Where are you, telekinesis? And what the telekinesis spell will do is let me touch it from far away and set off the trap. Yeah. So I set off the trap without being next to it. Oh, he's got Daedric servants. We need our axe again, because this guy's probably going to pick a fight with me. Maybe? Alright, he's cool. He's cool. Alright, here he is. Balladus. So, we can ask him about some Dwemer stuff. So I'm going to say, tell me about the disappearance of the dwarves. When we're better friends, ask again. Alright. So I'm going to save my game here. And that's his disposition to us, this 34 out of 100. That's how much he likes us. We're going to wow him with our smooth talking. So he's up at 95 already. We've been practicing our sweet talking quite a bit. So, the disappearance of the dwarves. He says, it was an unfashionable thing among the Dwemer to view their spirits as... It was unfashionable among the Dwemer to view their spirits as synthetic constructs 3, 4, or 40 creational gradients below the divine. During the Dawn era, they researched the death of the earth bones, which we now call the laws of nature, dissecting the process of the sacred willing itself into the profane. I believe their mechanists and tonal architects discovered systematic regression techniques to perform the reverse. That is, to create the sacred from the death of the profane. We're getting into deep Elder Scrolls lore here. I'm not going to get super into it, but if you want to read up about the Earth Bones, it's really interesting. It's actually kind of a meta commentary on video game development, and the Earth Bones are like the code. But I'm not going to fully explain that because that'll take our whole 2-hour stream. Super cool, though. So he says, as the Dwemer left no corpses or traces of conflict behind, he believes that generations of ritualistic anti-creations resulted in their immediate but foreseen removal from the mundus, which is like this plane of existence. They retreated behind math, behind color, behind the active principle itself. That the Dwemer vanished during the conflict with Nerevar in the tribunal is merely coincidence. So, we're going to show him these books that we collected. Divine Metaphysics. So we cannot read the Dwemer language without some translation key. Oh, shoot. What's the translation key? Is it Hanging Gardens? It might be Hanging Gardens. We need to bring him. And I'm going to cast Mark here so that we can teleport immediately back to him. But I have a book that will let him read the Dwemer language. And I can't believe I forgot it when I was going through that pile of books. So we are going to zip back to Aldrune and then back to Caldera. But we'll be able to teleport immediately back. Back to the Silt Strider. Cool thing about Silt Striders, they are giant bugs, but they are not tame. The way they work is they've had part of their carapace removed, and then they stick like probes into their brainstem, and they can steer them by poking at their brain. So that's pretty cool. Did our guide fall off the platform? Yes. Our Silt Strider guide fell off. we've got a dust storm. Sorry, I should say it's an ash storm. Familiar if you've been in Toronto or Ottawa or New York in the last few weeks. Oh, we want to go to the Mages Guild, don't we? But the ash storms come out of Red Mountain, which is the volcano
I find you most interesting right
at
now.
the center
Please go
of
ahead.
the island. It's where the evil Dagoth makes his lair. He's the ancient immortal enemy of the Tribunal, who are the 3 living gods that are kind of in charge here. The reason they're all immortal is related to hitting that heart with a hammer, though.
I shouldn't have pushed so hard.
All right, back to Gorak Manor. Let's look through our books. I think it's Hanging Gardens. I think that's the book I need. Because it's got the same text written in both Dwemer and Aldmeri, I guess.
Without fear.
Hanging Gardens. Yes. This book was written in Dwemer and Aldmeris. Okay. Now we will cast Recall, which will take us to where we cast that mark spell. Save our game. And we will ask him about Hanging Gardens. It says, so you found a book. Let me see. Yes, this is written in both Dwemer and Aldmeris. I would keep this book somewhere safe. Perhaps you will find other books in the Dwemer language and could use this book to translate them. If you find anything of interest, bring both the books to me. So we are going to ask about divine metaphysics first. So he says, yes, now I can translate these books. The first one is Bethuend Mazank's refutation of a popular theory from Nerevar's time. A few tones of Dwemer believed that using the power of Lorkhan's heart was an unjustifiable risk. The Egg of Time contains Bethune's arguments against this idea, many of which are quite compelling. The next book, Divine Metaphysics, is an explanation of how the Dwemer tried to make a new god, Anumidium, using Kagranak's tools and the sacred tones on Lorkhan's heart. So the heart is the heart of an ancient primeval deity that basically somehow got displaced from its body and is here in Vardenfell. And the dwarves harnessed it to do all sorts of crazy shit. Yeah, well, I'm keeping the book. I'm just letting him look at the book. So let's ask about the Egg of Time. So he says, yeah, it's Bethuen's refutation of the popular theory. A few among the Dwemer believed that using the power of Lorkhan's heart involved unjustifiable risks. The Egg of Time summarized many of his arguments against this idea, which are quite compelling. And Divine Metaphysics is an explanation of how the Dwemer tried to make a new god, Anumidium, using Kagranak's tools and the sacred tones of the Lorkhan's heart. It has several interesting theories about how to bend the Enofti, or earth bones, but I am not entirely sure he understands it himself. Perhaps after another century of study, he could have a better answer for me. So, that's it. We've basically solved the mystery of the disappearance of the dwarves. They used Lorkhan's heart, and
A warm welcome to you.
they all disappeared. So interestingly, let's pull out that book again. Where's Divine Metaphysics? Okay, so Divine Metaphysics, that's the Anumidium. That's the artificial god the Dwemer were trying to create. Where is the other one? Egg of Time. Egg of Time. Where's Egg of Time? I've got too many books on me. The Egg of Time. Okay. So they smack the heart and something happens. They transcend. Maybe they all died. Maybe they ascended to a higher plane of existence. I don't know. But that's what they did. They attempted to use those tools, which were made by Kagranak, the genius Dwemer artificer. And later, after the dwarves disappeared, because as what's-his-face, who we just talked to, just said, it happened in the middle of a war that the Dunmer were having with the Dwemer. Right at the culmination of it, they were kind of confused, and they found the tools. Vivek, Almalexia, Sothasil, and Nerevar, who were sort of the leaders of the Dunmer people at that time. Nerevar said, let's be careful about this. These tools, hang on to them, Dagothur.
Special trip just for you.
Who was a good guy at that time. He was a lieutenant of Nerevar's. He says, hang on to these tools, and Vivek, Almalexia, Sothasil, and I are going to decide what to do with them, whether we should keep them locked away, whether we should try to use them, whatever the deal is. Now, Nerevar ended up dead. The tribunal, who are Almalexia, Sothasil, and Vivek, they say that Dagothur ambushed them and killed Nerevar. Dagothur has been speaking to me in my dreams and says that they killed me.
I must say,
I don't know who to believe at this point.
Please go ahead.
Because supposedly, according to Dagothur, I am also Nerevar reborn. Not sure if I buy that. He is an evil immortal living at the center of a volcano and sending ash storms out to infect everyone with a horrible tumor-causing disease. So, you know, take what he says with a grain of salt. But,
Can I be of service?
Yeah. The tribunal used the tools to make themselves immortal. They have to go in there and renew their immortality every few decades. But about 100 years ago, they went in and Dagothur was awake. He'd been imprisoned there for the longest time. But he ambushed them, he took the tools, now their power is disappearing slowly, and Dagothur is getting more and more powerful. So that's sort of where things stand now with Kagranak's tools, and the Heart of Lorcan, and Anumidium, which is sort of half-constructed in there. Pretty cool, right? So let's tell Trebonius we actually solved the mystery of the disappearance of the dwarves. Says, let me see these books, Master Wizard. Oh, yes, of course. The Egg of Time is quite obvious in its descriptions of the things that happened. Yes, it is all quite clear to me. I prefer that you wrote a report that simplified your findings, but I trust that you have indeed solved the mystery. He's glad the mystery solved at last. So we did it. We satisfied him. We actually completed Trebonius's quest. We'll ask him about that spy. I noticed that he's not around anymore. So, there are a couple ways this can go to finish our Mages Guild quest line. One, I have a letter from Okado. It's in here somewhere. So, this is the Imperial Battle Mage, Okado, who's in charge of the Mages Guild across the Empire. He says, step down. You can keep the title of Archmage, but you're going to retire from your duties. Dorcas gets to be in charge. So if we give him the letter, he'll step down. He won't be happy about it, but he'll step down. We're not going to give him the letter because I want a necklace he has. So we're not going to give him the letter, and we're going to say we want a promotion. He says, have you come to challenge me for the title of Archmage? I said, yep. He says, I've seen how you lust after the power and prestige that only I have as Guildmaster here in Vardenfell. If you truly think you can take my place, meet me in the arena for a duel to the death. So I will meet him in the arena. I'm not going to give him the letter and let him live. I want a necklace he has. So that's how we're going to do it. So we're going to go to the arena and we're going to have a duel to the... Maybe he'll kill me. You know, fair shake to him.
I must say, I find you most...
Let's see. Let's look at the map here. The arena is... It's like one east and one south of us. So Vivek, which is sort of the capital here in Vardenfell, and we want to go east, is made up of these canton
What did I do to deserve this
buildings
honor?
connected by bridges, and it's sort of
Greetings.
built
I
on
am
the water. So here you can see that it's made up of these cantons. We're in the foreign quarter right now. And we want to go over to the arena quarter, which is over there. I think that one there is the arena. So we are going to slow fall over. Slow fall just makes us fall more slowly. And it's going to drop us. So it wore off. But that's honestly the easiest way to get over from there. So we don't want to go to the wasteworks. We want to go to the arena. I'm going to conjure my conjured axe. Alright, he wants to fight us. He wants to fight us. We got to get down there to him.
Sarah.
We probably should have taken another way in. We're going to have to levitate down. No, we're good. We're good.
I have you.
Ouch. Okay, well, he's a terrible shot. Alright, let's end this. Woo! Okay. Goodbye, Trebonius. You were a terrible archmage. So, he's got a really cool staff. He's got some cool potions. I'll just drink that. Levitate potion. He's got a cure disease potion. It weighs a pound, though, which is useless. This is the amulet that I really wanted from him. It is awesome. It constantly restores our health. It makes us smarter. It makes us resist weapons. And it makes us absorb spells. It rocks. That's what we're going to wear. So, I'm sorry, Trebonius. I guess we should ceremonially pile your stuff here. Okay. Are we ready? Goodbye, Trebonius. And that's the end of that. And I think... Yes, I am now the new Archmage of the Guild of Mages. So let's go look at our faction. We're the Archmage. We're in charge now. Hooray. All right. So, well done, everyone. Trebonius has been dealt with. We solved the mystery of the disappearance of the dwarves. We have the Necromancer's Amulet. It's really cool. It's one of the best items in the game. What else should we do? Oh, and we're super smart now, too. No. I left them. They're just all piled there with his book and his potion. I don't really want his clothes. I just thought I'd build a little monument to him here. Okay. So, House Redoran has some more quests for us here. That's going to involve main quest things, so we are going to go do that. I have way too many potions, jeez. Just going to use one of my levitate potions. So we're going to go over to the Redoran Canton, and we're going to get some missions. So Redoran is one west of us. Just going to get over the bridge so that when my levitate potion wears off, nothing bad happens. We're going to try and find the person who gives out quests for House Redoran here. Not sure if they're on top or not, but we're going to ask around. I think it's probably like Manors up here. Yeah. You have anything to tell me about duties. Veteran compound. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna have to hunt around, try and find this person. I think this is another manor. Yeah, we don't need to go to some rich people's house. We just need to find who's giving out quests. Maybe it's in the treasury.
Greetings. I am at
You
your
bring me good
service.
fortune, Outlander. How may I be of service?
Oh, okay, okay. We gotta finish our stronghold first. Of course. So, what do we have to do for our stronghold? We're actually not really gonna use the stronghold. It's kind of crap. We're gonna go visit it, I guess. Let's go back to
fortune,
Eldrune.
Outlander. How may I be of service?
Okay. Let's put on our boots of blinding speed to make us walk a lot faster. So I have a spell that lets me put on my boots. And the reason I have to have a special spell to put on my boots is these boots will actually blind me if I put them on without protection. So, what did I call that spell to put on my boots? Is it just called put on my boots? Put on your boots, okay. So what this spell will do is let me resist magic for the brief time it takes
You bring
me
me good fortune.
to put on my boots.
How may I be of service?
So we are going to go back to the foreign quarter. We're going to try. I think I can survive that drop. I'm going to use another levitate potion because I got tons of them. And zip back up to the top to the Mages Guild. That's the Fighters Guild. So, am I stuck?
Ooh, put
I'm
that
stuck on
back.
someone.
What did I do to deserve this honor?
I'm stuck because I'm levitating.
What
That's
did I
annoying.
do to deserve this honor?
Yeah, I'm like stuck. That's annoying. We're just gonna have to wait for the potion to wear off.
What did I do to deserve this honor?
Stop asking. We'll just float around here for a bit. That's cool. Pretty fun floating around. Whoop, here we go. Ow.
I must say, I find you most interesting
Excuse
right
Good to see
me.
you,
Please
Outlander.
You're
go
in the
ahead.
way.
Searching for spells?
You gotta move,
I
lady.
must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
You're killing me. Let me through. Oh my god, this is the worst. Okay, yes, please walk out of the way.
I must say, I find you
Excellent.
most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
Wonder what everyone has to say about Trebonius now that he's dead. Let's ask. Try to forget about Trebonius. Awesome. Okay. To Eldrune. What we need to do is go to the Fighters Guild
How about share?
because our stronghold needs guards.
Is there-
So we're going to hire some guards. We got to find the guild leader here. Okay, perfect. So Perseus knows a few men that can garrison my stronghold, and he'll even recommend them to me for free. But first I'll have to get his friend Freline Aquays out of prison. She's being held in prison under the Halalu Canton in Vivek. Find a way to get her out and report back to me. That sounds fun. We'll do a prison break. So let's cast Mark so we can head back here immediately. And we'll go back to Vivek and... Oh yeah, Yeah, it's very legit. I will send people to work for you for free if you bust my friend out of prison. I don't know what the chain of events or the chain of favors that makes that work is, but it's pretty great. Yeah, well, you know, trade up and you can get it. It's all about who owes who favors, right? So where is the Halalu Canton? We don't like the Halalu anyway. They're Imperial suck-ups. Okay, so it's west one and south one from here. I love the little tippy taps.
I must say, I find you most
from my boots of blinding speed, making me run so fast. So it's one west and one south. It looks like that one there. I'm out of magic. I can solve that. Get my slow fall spell going. And slowly fall. Okay, let's ask around about this guy. Yeah, you know, for a fantasy RPG, we've been doing a lot of helping people with their love problems. It's definitely a thing. So what does he say? It's a prison, which will probably be down below. Let's see if we can find it. The temple, it's probably not the place. Canal works, maybe. Underworks is probably not it. Maybe we'll just ask about him. House Lalu, House Lalu. Specific place. Yes, I want to know about the Halalu compound. Okay, so it's
Interesting. Go on.
somewhere not at the top is where the prison is. What do we got? Temple, treasury, someone's house, corner club. It's just the way out again. Let's try the treasury. That would be a great place to put jail cells. Prison
Is there
cells.
something I
Yep.
can do for?
Let's see what's going on down here. Oh, hey, man. I will help you escape. So she says these ordinators are tough. If you open the door, we can make a run for it. Or, if you find the key to these cells, she'll bide her time and sneak out when the ordinators aren't watching. Are the guards use the same key for all the cells? I'm sure there's one somewhere nearby. So I'll just steal the key. That seems like the best way to do it without anyone getting dead. Okay. No one is seeing me. That was really easy. This guard is horrible. Doing a terrible job, man. Here's the key. So she's gonna sneak out in a few days. Alright. Recall. I'm sure she didn't do anything that she deserves to be in there for, right? Yes. Yeah, so you know if people are going to get ticked off if you pick something up. I believe that's one of the mods I have installed. Previously, like in the vanilla game, you wouldn't actually know if something was owned or not. And a lot of things weren't owned, or were owned by someone not nearby. Oh, let's check the prisoner checklist. I can probably read it without stealing it. It's being held for questioning. All right. All right, we're going to recall out of here. Hello. Your friend is going to be free soon. He'll take my word for it. Yep, she's out of there. Great. So we've got some guards. We're going to garrison our stronghold.
Is there something I can do for you?
Let's go talk to our stronghold expert and see what she says about what the next step is. So we are going to... This is the council seat of House Redoran. It's called Under Scar, where we are. Scar is the shell of the Emperor Crab. Sadly, those are extinct. Now, she's around here somewhere. I always get super confused about where to go in here. Not there. Not the hostel. Not the Morvain quarters. Not the trader. Maybe it was that first one. Boldrissa and Drano. Let's check my journal. Okay, Galsa Gindu is who we're looking for. Hostel. How are we missing something? Is it up high? Galsa Gindu's house. Okay. So this is our stronghold expert. She's sort of in charge of commissioning all the work for getting our base
You bring me
built.
good fortune, Outlander. How may I be of service?
So I have hired guards. All right, she's going to... All right, no need to hire more guards. Let's go check it out. I'll go show you what it is right now, but we're expanding it at the moment. Actually, we should make a mark on her. And I lost her house again. Galsa Gindu's. Where's Galsa Gindu's? Okay. So we're going to cast Mark in here so we can run right back to her. And we'll go check out our house, because we have a house. How do we get out of here? I'm going to skip finding my way out of here by teleporting to the temple. And of course, immediately, we're attacked by a cliff racer. These guys look like they got it covered, though. Well, you know what they say. Happy pet, peace of mind. So Bal Isra is the name of her stronghold. We're going to run over there. If I can remember the way. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, just super annoying. Okay, we gotta turn north here. While fighting off the wildlife. This guy's probably gonna make me kill him. Oh no, he didn't notice. He didn't notice. I think we're almost there, though. Oh no, here he comes. Get out of here. Another one. Goodbye. I don't know how anyone gets anywhere in Morrowind because the wildlife is absolutely insane. And that guy's diseased, so I'm not going to mess with his corpse. Sometimes they'll have ingredients for alchemy that I want, though. Okay, I think it's up here. Oh, yeah. Here's my stronghold. This is what it looks like now. So this is my house. There are people working here. I don't quite know what they do, but they live here too. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm gonna put on my slow walking boots. There's like a bar, which, you know, everyone wants in their house, directly outside their bedroom. Here's my bedroom. I've got some stuff in here. They put a book for me. I guess they want me to read that. I've got some chests I can store things in. What else? What else? It's pretty cluttered. Okay, we've got you know, the barracks here. None of these people really have anything to say. So, yeah, you can't even get a drink. But this is my house. Not a huge fan of it. Not sure how long it's going to take to build the rest.
You'll bring me good fortune, Outlander.
Okay. That's combat music. Who's trying to fight us? Alright, I think this guy's the construction foreman. No. Where's the construction foreman? Did he just leave? I don't see him. Okay, so this is the hetman, who's kind of like the mayor.
Where is that slave?
Okay. I think what I could do... Let's see what happens if I try to rest. Well, I gotta kill this guy first. But if I try to rest, we might be able to figure out how long it takes for them to build the rest of it. So we can just skip the time. Ah, crap. We're gonna have to levitate. I'm coming for you, man. Alright, alright. He's diseased too, of course. Alright. Can only rest on solid ground. Which is fair. We've got more wildlife fighting. Are they fighting? A firefly? It's not very nice. That should take care of that, right? More enemies. So much wildlife. Alright. Now let's see what happens if we rest like 24 hours. How long is it going to take them to build it? 24 hours didn't do it. What if we rest another 24 hours? Nothing. I have a feeling it's just going to, like, instantly pop up when the time has passed. How many days? Sure as there's a wiki entry about this. My journal has been updated. The second phase of my stronghold should be complete. Oh hey! They built the walls overnight. Ta-da! Not bad, not bad. Sounds like people are fighting somewhere nearby. So, that's it. They built the walls. I don't know if they built anything else. Oh, there's a guard tower. Let's check out the tower. Oh, it's someone's house. Hi. He's just some guy that lives here. All right. Cool tower, though. All right. And a recall. Tellard's done. Okay. So it looks like I am safe to return to Vivek and start doing some missions there. And the Vivek House Veteran missions are actually really cool. Because we're going to be sticking it to Dagoth Ur and his 6th house. They're big meanies, so it's always fun to raid their creepy cult bases.
How
I
about
must say, I find you
sharing
most
the wealth?
interesting right now.
I've
Please
lots
go
to
ahead.
show you.
So I'm going to put on my fast boots with my put on your boot spell. So I can walk real fast. We're going to go to the Veteran Canton.
Good to see
I
you
must
out.
say,
Excuse me, ladies. Veteran is... Where is it? We were just there. Oh, it's 1 south. Gotta be very careful about the way we jump down. Yeah. Easy. Is the treasury in here? Or was it up top? Who remembers? I think it might be up top. Maybe? We'll see. Valor Manor. Yeah, it's up top. Okay. So now we can get some quests because we have a stronghold.
You bring me good fortune, Outlander. How may I be of service?
Perfect. So, she says the Telvanni have been expanding all over Vardenfell, and this must be stopped. Go to the new Telvanni stronghold of Tel Uvirith and kill the Telvanni sorcerer, Rainil Uvirith. The so-called Tel Uvirith is built on Uvirith's grave, which can be found west of Telfir and northwest of the Erbasinian camp. Era Benimson. Ashlander names are hard. Sorry. Go there and make sure the Telvanni understand that we will not tolerate this illegal expansion. So all the different houses have assigned territory on the island. They can't just set up willy-nilly. And the Telvanni have been setting up outposts basically all over the place. So we need to go over here. So I wonder if... Yeah, it looks like Sadrith Mora is where we want to go to. So I'm going to cast Mark. So we can get back here. And I think we'll just take a boat. That's my plan. We're gonna take a boat up. Hop over, please. Okay. Heather. No, we don't need that. Taking a boat, we are going to go to Tel Brenora.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
Will get us pretty close. Oh, there you are. And from Tel Brenora, we can get to Sadrith Mora. And from here, we can hitchhike across country. So I'm going to grab my axe. I am going to cast Water Walking. So I don't have to swim. We're basically going to try and go in as straight a line as possible. Cliff Racers. So the cool thing about this quest is that if we had chosen to join House Telvanni, where we're going is actually the stronghold that we would build for that house. And they would get a quest to, like, come kill the guy who's setting up the House Redoran stronghold. Pretty neat. So this guy is like an alternate timeline version of us we're going off to kill. That takes care of him. I'm going to drink a potion that restores our fatigue so we don't get tired out. We just found a cave. Let's poke our head in, see if it's anything cool.
There is no escape.
A guy that tried to kill us. Alright. I don't have time for this. His buddies are going to be really confused when they find him, though. An Ogrim. It's a type of Daedra. For some reason, they have a large nipple ring. It's just their thing. Oh, we went a little too far south. So Telvanni, sometimes they don't actually build, they grow their houses out of magically infused mushrooms. And I think that's what this is, yeah. So there it is. This would have been our base if we'd chosen House Telvanni. Which is honestly pretty cool. It's a cool base. Way cooler than the Redoran one. In a way more inconvenient place. But as I said, the Telvanni are kind of racist xenophobes. So they love slavery. Not a big fan of the Telvanni.
Oh, come on, leave me alone.
Okay, I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah, sorry. I'm just here to kill your boss. Better put on my fighting boots. Are you in the basement? Thank you, Arknight. Good to see ya. It's actually fake, though. It's a conjured Daedric axe. The The Daedric pieces of the armor are real, though.
I have you.
Oh, where are you? You up top? I'm gonna have to levitate up to this guy. This lady, I guess, from the sound of it. I'm coming, I'm coming. Hold your horses. Are there stairs? Or a ramp? Yeah, there's a ramp. Goodbye. Oh, that's her. Do you have anything good? Not really. Alright. Mission accomplished. What else have we got up here? Anything worth taking? Terrible. Oh, a master's retort. I can sell that. Think I've got the best alchemy equipment already. Any good books? Nothing, nothing. Some empty soul gems. Yeah, so a bound battle axe, my understanding of it is, a bound battle axe is like literally something you've summoned from another plane of existence, and it'll disappear when the spell wears off. But Daedric material, so like what my armor is made out of, and I could get real Daedric weapons. It's ebony that has somehow had like a Daedric soul forged into it. And that's permanently here. They can't disappear back to the plane of oblivion. That's my understanding. So I'm going to cast Recall and say I killed this lady.
You bring me good fortune, Outlander. How may
Yeah.
I be of service?
I could be wrong. If someone knows more about Elder Scrolls stuff, correct me. But I think that's the difference between a bound weapon and an actual Daedric piece of equipment. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. All right, so now we got to go kill the Hlalu guy. Rethen Manor. So it's on the Odai Plateau near Balmora. Take a look. So as I said, if we had joined House Telvanni, where we just killed that person would have been our stronghold. And if we had joined House Hlalu... Where is this? Odai Plateau, so there. If we joined House Hlalu, where we're going now to kill someone, is where we would have got our stronghold for House Hlalu. So they're kind of like alternate versions of where you could have ended up. You always end up visiting all three places. So let's put on our fast boots. We'll use our spell. Our put on our boots spell. It allows us to resist the curse of these boots. And we're going to catch a boat again. I think the boat's probably fastest. Where can you take me? Ode. Maybe I should just walk. Ode. Where's Ode? Probably the wrong direction. Where is Hlaod? Oh, that's it. Oh, Hlaod is exactly where we want to go to. Oh, and the weather is wonderful in the swamp.
Anytime now.
So let's see if we can find this place. Check our directions. Axe. Is that it? Is that the stronghold? Breathen Manor. Alright. Put our fighting boots on. What's his name? Raynasa Rethin.
I have you.
You gonna cast spells at me?
I
What are
have
you
you.
gonna do? Alright. The deed is done. And none of your buddy... Oh, you got some expensive equipment on you. I will take those. I'm not going to walk by her friends. I'm going to see if there's anything worth taking in her room. Some cheap liquor. Some expensive liquor. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Some beer. Bongos. A loot. Anything in the closet? No. Some ebony arrows. Lockpicks. Some darts. Oh, those are worth quite a bit of money. Take that. Take that. Take that. Man, that Halalu guy didn't have anything worth taking. I'll take the repair prongs. Tongs, I guess. No prongs, okay. I'll repair what I can in my stuff, because apparently you can just repair things with a set of prongs. Anything else? Steal her gold. Anything in there? Salt rice, I'll take that. Alright. Now we're gonna recall back. Save our game. Alright, she's dead too. Excellent. Okay, that's all the duties. Are you sure? Well, someone's got to promote me
good fortune,
then.
Outlander. How may I be of service?
Can you not give me advancement?
Oh,
Who can
no
advance me?
weakness.
Who can advance me? Someone's got to be able to promote me. What's my rank? I'm a house brother. Let me look. I'm going to check the wiki. Who do I have to go to? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so it is her. Maybe I've done all this already. Guess so, I guess so. Yeah, I guess I did all that. I gotta go back to Aldrune and get them to promote me. So we're gonna be head of House Redoran soon too. Although they'll probably make me expand the stronghold again. You know what? Let's not do that because that's gonna be boring. let's go back to Balmora. And what we're going to do in Balmora is actually start the main quest. Because believe it or not, there is a main quest. And it's about time that we started pursuing it. If you remember the beginning of my Morrowind streaming, we had to go to a place called Balmora. We were released from prison in Morrowind with instructions to go drop off a coded message for a guy named Caius Cosides in Balmora. He said we're now a member of the Emperor's Secret Service, and our first job was to get acclimatized and learn the culture here. And we never looked back. So I guess now that we're head of the Mages Guild, head of the Temple, almost head of House Redoran, we know a little bit about the local culture, and we can go see what Caius wants us to do. I'm gonna levitate. I can find my potions. It's the 4-in-1. Yes, that's where I want to go. Not the Wasteworks. Want to go over here. And are we going to get stuck when we try to go through the door? Because we're levitating? Probably. It does seem to happen here. So we're going to have to wait for our levitate spell to wear off.
What did I do to deserve this honor?
Everyone thinks we're really cool. Yeah, we've got a reputation. And that's like sort of a flat modifier to people's disposition towards us. And it goes up as you do quests. We can actually, without doing the Caius Cosides stuff, we can do the main quest just by raising our reputation enough to get people's attention.
I find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
And we're actually quite close to that. So this lady has to move out of the way. Because I can't get through the door. Come on. Not you. The other one. The other one's got to move. Please move. Please move. Please move. Thank you.
I must say, I find
Oh
you
my
most
God.
interesting right now. Please go ahead.
Yeah, well, we're still not going to talk. I don't have time. She's fucking with me. You saw that, right? Get out of the way.
I must say, I find you most
Good to
interesting
see
right
you,
now.
Outlander.
Please
Searching
go
for
ahead.
spells.
Please, I just want to go through.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now. Please go ahead.
What is the no clip cheat? Is it NCL? No. Dang. Too bad. Please move. You're driving me nuts. Thank you. God. I'm wearing my fast boots and they're not helping me travel faster. So, let's go see what Caius Cosides has for us. Alright. So Caius. He is an old dude. He's the head of the Emperor's Secret Service in Balmora. Well, in Morrowind. He is a skooma addict. as you can see from all his
You
paraphernalia.
seem like very good company.
He's totally jacked for an old dude. So let's talk about orders. So he wants me to interview 3 informants in Vivek City concerning the Nerevarine in the 6th house. He wants me to speak with Adarenier, a Khajiit and Thieves Guild operative. Second, he wants me to speak with Hulia, an Argonian in the Morag Tong. Finally, Mayra Milo, a temple priestess. Okay. So tell me about this guy. He's a Khajiit. Oh, sorry. Adherenir. She's in St. Olm's Canton. Use common sense. Okay, and Hulia. She's in the Black Shulk Corner Club. Mayra Milo is at the Hall of Wisdom and Justice. Okay, so we've got a few other things we can talk to him about. Anything blue is stuff we haven't heard from him before. So what does he say about Corpus? This is the disease that people get when they're caught out in the ash storms. It's what Dagoth-Ur is trying to infect everyone with. So he says he doesn't know much about it. He's never seen a case himself. You can get it from contact with the Red Mountain monsters they call Corpus beasts. Think it's like a blight disease, only worse. It drives its victims mad and causes terrible deformed growths on the body. He'll check his informants, find out how to cure it. In the meantime, follow orders. Don't know what else to do. Disturbing dreams. So I've been having disturbing dreams where Dagoth-Ur is telling me he's my buddy and that I'm Nerevar and that I should come join him in Red Mountain. So he says, "You're worrying me. You're not going loopy on me, are you? Word of advice. In Morrowind, if you have disturbing dreams, the temple says you are crazy and they want to lock you up. If you have disturbing dreams and think they mean something, then the temple thinks you're a prophet or a witch and they want to lock you up. So take my advice and keep a lid on it." Okay. Okay, what else does he have to say? Soul sickness. That's the temple name for being crazy. The Dunmer are humorless bastards. They don't like strange behavior and it makes them nervous. Eccentric isn't charming to them. It's dangerous. The natives are very tight-cheeked, and you will be too if you want to avoid unwanted attention. Alright. That's good for now. We will go back to Vivek and start investigating. I think we still have our... Yeah, so we can still...
bring me good.
We can still come back to the Redoran Canton. So we need to go to the St. Olm's Canton. Where else? Black Shock. Oh, in the Foreign Quarter. So Foreign Quarter is closest. Oh, what a sunset.
Good fortune, Outlander. How may I be of service?
That's nice. Okay. Where is that? The Black Shock Corner Club is where we're looking. And she's a member of the Morag Tong, he said, which is Morrowind's legal guild of assassins. So they have very strict rules they have to follow, and you have very strict rules you have to follow for employing them. But it is legal. Let's see if we can find the Black Shulk. Down here? Okay, it is down here.
Greetings. I am at your service.
That's it.
Where is
Let's find Hulia and see what she has to say.
it?
There she
Wants
is.
something.
Oh,
What does it ask?
Says, "I welcome you as the friend of my friend, Dorcas Malorcas, but I wish to go to my friend's bookstore, and these troublesome fools are in the way. I've tried to persuade them, but they hate my race, and I fear there will be violence. Perhaps if you speak to them, but be careful and be ready." Okay, so he wants to go to Jobasha the Khajiit's bookstore. So we're going to travel together there. So it's in the Lower Wasteworks. It's where we are. And the troublesome fools are... So he says, the sight of a free Argonian offends these racist thugs. It would tarnish my Morag Tong honor to slay them, and I don't want to trouble my friend Seralis Golmus by fighting in his club. But I must go to my friend's bookstore where we can talk in peace. If you have a way with words, perhaps you can talk to them. Or if you have a way with money, they can be bought. Otherwise, I fear there must be bloodshed. Okay, let's travel together. Turn right west, continue down the hall.
There is no escape. Suffer. There is no escape.
Oh, he's gonna fight us already? Yeesh. Okay, hang on. Let's talk to these guys first. Apparently I was supposed to talk to them first.
Is there something I can do for you? It wants something. What does it ask?
So, Fabel says, shut up and butt out, Outlander. It's the filthy lizard we're talking to, not you. It's an Argonian, and I don't like it, but I can leave it alone. Good. So my reputation precedes me. It's fine, it's just a filthy lizard anyway. Nothing to get upset about. We'll leave him alone. Get out before we change your minds. Yeah. So they back down. Now let's travel together.
Tell your
Excellent.
friend about this. Where is that slave?
So Jobasha's is... I've been there before, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we gotta go down.
Where are you going?
Sorry, I'm walking too fast for you. Where's Jobash's up? Jobash's is up. No, you're right. We're going the wrong way. I'm sorry, man.
Welcome to you.
Ah, friend, how does the day greet you?
Here we are, Jobash's. So Hulia says, thank you very much. We should be free from distraction here. So he'll tell me about the Nerevarine cult and I can report back to Caius. He doesn't know of any 6th house cult, but he'll tell you what he does know. So, the Nerevarine cult. So to understand the Nerevarine cult, we must understand the history of the Ashlanders. Nerevar means something very different to the Ashlanders from what he means to the Dunmer of the Great Houses. You should also know about the persecution of the Nerevarine and the legacy of the false incarnate. For the Nerevarine cult is at the heart of the ancient conflict between the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Great House Dunmer. Here's a summary from Caius, but ask your questions and I'll answer in detail. So, about the Ashlanders' history. So in the first era, the Ashlanders and the settled Dunmer clans were basically the same, but after the first council and formation of the Great Houses, Ashlanders have been steadily forced into the poorest and most hostile lands. Now the nomadic tribes look to the prophesied return of Nerevar for a restoration of their ancient rites and religious traditions. So tell me about... we don't really need to know that stuff. We already know that. So the Ashlanders hate the House Dunmer, who become soft and abandon their traditional ancestor worship. They hate Outlanders, who invaded and stole their land. And they think that a reborn Nerevar who could drive the Outlander invaders, destroy the false worship of the Tribunal, and restore the pure traditional life and faith of the nomads would be a very popular hero. So yeah. And remember... Dagoth Ur has been speaking to us in our dreams. He thinks that we're Nerevar reborn, so maybe there's something to it. I don't know. So, what else do we want to know about? We want to know about the persecution of the Nerevarine. So the temple treats the Nerevarine prophecies as heresy, and the temple imprisons and executes heretics unless prevented by imperial law. But since the Nerevarine cult is hostile to the Empire does not interfere. Ashlanders hate the temple. They hate the Ordinators. So the Nerevarine is just the term for Nerevar Reborn. And once in a while, someone will claim to be Nerevar Reborn. And that's known as a false incarnate. So in the past, some have claimed to be a reincarnated Nerevar. So the most recent was called Peak Star. She's a figure of legend for the last 30 years. The temple says false incarnates disprove the prophecy since the false incarnates fail and come to nothing. But the Nerevarine cult glorifies rather than shrinks from contradictions, citing the appearance of failed incarnates as certain proof of Nerevar's coming rebirth. Okay. Okay. What does he say about the Nerevarine? So he says, when the Ashlanders joined Nerevar at the Battle of Red Mountain, this is the battle that the dwarves disappeared at, that we were talking about earlier. He swore on his magic ring, one clan under Moon and Star, to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land. But after the victory, Ashlanders say that the power-hungry tribunal slew Nerevar in secret. Excuse me. Then, setting themselves up as gods, the tribunal and the great houses forgot Nerevar's promises to the tribes. The Ashlanders say that Nerevar will come again with his ring, cast down the false gods, and make good on his promises to the tribes. Now, you'll note that that's also the story that Dagoth-Ur has been telling us in our dreams. The Sixth House Cult. So he says he's never heard of such a thing. House Dagoth was the Sixth House. But in the War of the First Council, they betrayed the other great houses and were destroyed for their treason. He's never heard of anyone worshipping them. Dagoth-Ur, the ancient head of House Dagoth, is the devil of the tribunal faith, but he's never heard of anyone worshipping him either. Now, we've done a ton of stuff in this playthrough, where we found all sorts of Sixth House bases. We found people whose minds are being invaded by the Sixth House through these magical ash statues that they're hiding in people's homes. We've done all sorts of Sixth House stuff. It's real. Dagoth-Ur is awake. It's pretty creepy. What else has he got for us? Let's ask him about himself. So he's in the Morag Tong, a modest thrall in rank, but by vocation and training, he's an agent and executioner. In his private life, he is a student of history. Jobasha is his friend who owns the rare bookstore. It's a cool place. The Morag Tong, he says he's only a low-ranking member, but Pauper and Commoner do not suffer from war here as they do in the West. This is thanks to the honored traditions of house war in the Morag Tong. He's an Argonian, yet they treat him with respect. If you're curious, find a copy of the Black Glove, but do not mistake us for the Dark Brotherhood. The Dark Brotherhood is a perversion of the ancient Dunmer traditions. They have sold their honor for profit and are no more than a league of murderers for hire. So yes, there's no real war on Morrowind, and traditionally hasn't been for thousands of years, because they follow these very strict rules about conflict. So they can have like one-on-one personal conflict. They can hire these assassins from the Morag Tong in exceptional circumstances.
Yes,
but open
honored
warfare is
guest.
basically forbidden. All right. So, who else do we have to talk to? We have to find May Ramilo's in the Hall of Wisdom, so that's all the way at the south end. Let's probably talk to, where's the other one? So she's in St. Olms. Adherenir. So she'd be the one to go to next.
Ah, friend.
A warm
How
welcome
does
to
the
you.
day greet you?
Everyone
I don't
loves
know
me.
where to begin.
So St. Olms is one south and one east. We can do that. That's it there, I guess. Our acrobatics skill must be pretty good. We're not hurting ourselves jumping from there. 29, okay. Not that great, but... Where did it say she was there? We'll just have to ask around. Didn't give us a specific place. Someone in particular. Alright. Oh, here we go. So this is a sleeper. This is someone whose dreams have been invaded by Dagoth and they're going crazy because he's taking over their minds. Just going to make them like me a little bit more because every time I talk to them, they hate me more. This person will be rescued if I... there will be a 6th house base somewhere around here that has one of Dagoth's minions, an Ash Vampire in it. And if we find that base and we kill the Ash Vampire, this person will be sort of freed from the spell. But I do not know where that base is. So I am looking for this lady. Do you know about her? You don't know about her.
3 black.
Are we in the right one? No, we're in the arena. Shoot, we're in the wrong canton. No wonder no one knows about this lady. We need to go 1 south. Good thing we got our fast boots on. Tip tap, tip tap, tip tap. St. Olms has like apartments, but we're gonna ask around. So this person is looking for the same person I am. That's suspicious.
You seem like very good.
So this guard said that she's a sneak.
Where is that slave?
Apparently there's some heat. Oh, it's a census and excise agent. So basically a tax man. So the tax man's after this person, Adherenir. So Adherenir is on the run from the tax man. So probably hiding down below in the underworks.
I am at your service.
We'll see if we can find her down there. And we will not tell the tax man about her. So here's the underworks. Oh, maybe that's her right there.
Sarah?
Yep. So she says, great. Kaya says to you, speak with Adherenir, and you've done this thing. You're speaking with Adherenir. But Adherenir will not talk to you about the Nerevarine or the 6th cult. And because why? Because Adherenir is, at this moment, very distracted by a nice census and excise agent who also wants to speak with her. Okay. So she says that the Emperor has outlawed trade in many things, like Dwemer artifacts and ebony, and a census and excise agent will enjoy being a pest about such things. For several reasons, a census and excise agent is not Adherenir's favorite person. If you want Adherenir to help you, make the bad agent go away, and then she will tell you the things. Okay. So we're going to go back upstairs. And we're going to see if we can convince that guy to go away. He's the guy wearing the skirt, right? Yeah, there he is.
Greetings. I am at your service.
Save our game. So. Where can... I'm going to lie to him and say that she took a gondola to the mainland. Thank you for your time. He was heading back to the mainland himself anyway. Maybe he'll run into her. All right. So he's off. That was easy. We don't have to worry about taking care of him, as they say.
Sarah?
All right. So yes, I got rid of the annoying census and excise agent. So she's very glad to see me, very happy to tell a friend of her good friend Caius all about the 6th house cult. She knows nothing about the Nerevarine, but she's happy to tell me that too if it makes Caius happy. Ask away. So tell me about the 6th house cult. So she knows about it because it is about smuggling, and some smart smugglers are suddenly too busy for their old clients because they have a new employer, the Sixth House, who pays very well. But what do they smuggle now? Adherenir doesn't know because they are very secret. And this is odd because smugglers are always loud and bragging, and now they hush up like fat-bellied kittens full of sweetmeats. We know what it is. It's those ash statues we were talking about. That's what they're sneaking into people's homes and invading their dreams with. So tell me about the Nerevarine. She says it's just silly superstition. Tell Caius this. No one in the right mind pays any attention to the Mune Yowling. Prophecies and ancient heroes reborn and other silliness. Fuzzy tales for little kiddies. Alright. So tell me about smuggling. So she says it's big business. The Empire says we can't trade skooma, moon sugar, ebony, Dwemer artifacts, exotic Dunmer weapons and armor, and slaves. So smugglers trade these things. Smugglers also smuggle grief, shine, and sujamma to avoid imperial tax. And now the Sixth House hires smugglers, though what they smuggle, Adherenir cannot say. Alright. Thank you, Adherenir. Now we are going to cast Elmsivi Intervention to go to the temple. Elmsivi Intervention is a spell that always takes us to the nearest temple. That's great. Who's the name of our person we gotta see here? It's Mayra Milo. She's at the Hall of Wisdom. The Hall of Wisdom is one of these two. Oh, that's High Fane. High Fane. Hall of Wisdom must be down below. Hall of Wisdom.
Where is that slave?
So let's find Mayra Milo.
3 blessings.
See if we can ask about her. No. It's the library. Excuse me. That's not her. Cannon quarters, cannon off. Oh, Milo's quarters. Interesting. They're locked, though. Can we ask about her with anyone? We're gonna have to break in. Alright, let's break in. No one's looking. She's not here. Well, shoot. No note. Okay, well, sorry for breaking into your room. Can we ask about her? Okay, this person might know where she is. She works in the library. If she's not here, you might find her in her quarters. Okay, so she works in the library. Let's go up to the library. Where is the library? Okay. Library.
A warm welcome to you. A warm welcome.
I don't know where to
There
begin.
she is.
It is such an honor
Where
to
is
meet
that
you.
slave?
So she says, yes, Kaya sent me. Follow me to the back of the library. We can't talk here. Yeah. It's heresy. We're talking about heresy. Which is not something the ordinators want you to talk about. So she says, go ahead. I'm afraid I don't know anything about a Sixth House cult, but she can tell me about the Nerevarine cult. So she says the temple worships Nerevar as a saint and a hero, but prophecies of reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. So the Nerevarine cult claims the tribunal are false gods, and hence the temple's persecution of the Nerevarine cult. A group called the Dissident Priests disputes temple doctrine on the Nerevarine prophecies. The prescribed book, Progress of Truth, describes their beliefs. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Caius Cosides. That will tell him things he needs to know. So it talks about all the things the dissident priests are ticked about. There's a copy here, but she's being watched. So I might want to search the local booksellers. So Jobasha might have a copy. Okay. So she doesn't care about politics. She doesn't want to get into it. Let's ask about Caius. So she says Caius is a dear friend. He admires the best traditions of the temple. Charity to the poor, education for the ignorant, protection for the weak. He's a Westerner, but he has come to love our land and our people. But like me, he distrusts the arbitrary power of the ordinators, and like the dissident priests, he suspects the temple is hiding something. He serves the emperor, but he also loves Morrowind, and he sees the failing virtues of the temple as a threat to Morrowind's political stability. Cool. Tell me more about the Nerevarine cult. You got nothing else to say. The Nerevarine prophecies. Yada yada yada. Ashlanders believe that Nerevar is coming back. The dissident priests collect and study the prophecies. They get persecuted by the temple. The usual. Oh, she can talk to me about disturbing dreams. And she says she doesn't know anything about it. Don't tell temple people about it. Cool. So maybe Jobasha has the copy and maybe we can just steal it from here. What's it called? A Pilgrim's Progress? Progress of Truth. Okay. Interesting. The deed to someone's house for some reason. It's probably involved in a quest. Let's see if we can find this book. Because I'll just steal it from the library here. If I gotta. Let's see.
Greetings. I am at your service.
Thank you.
A warm welcome to you.
Reflections on cult worship. Not the one I want. Arcturian heresy. Antecedents of Dwemer law. Has special flora of Tamriel. Lies of the Saints. True Nobles Code. Biography of Berenzia. It's probably going to be one. Oh, that's it there. So, the trick is, we've got to snag it with no one looking at us. I bet.
Greetings. I am at your service.
Thank you.
A warm welcome to you.
I want this guy to turn around and look at me. Over here, man. I don't want to pickpocket you. Turn around? Can you turn around? Alright. It's alright, we'll sneak around the other side.
Greetings. I am at your service.
Yes,
A warm
yes.
welcome to you. A warm welcome to you. I
Perfect,
am at
perfect.
your service.
Now we're gonna jump over this
no
chair.
weakness or fault.
See if we can steal it.
You're finished.
Dang.
Fool.
Didn't load our game. He caught us. We're gonna cast a spell to be sneakier. What kind of spells do I have to be sneakier? Hide makes me invisible, I think. Probably want, like, camouflage is what I want. Do I have a chameleon spell? Visibility. Yeah, it looks like invisibility is the only one I have. It's better than nothing. Let's try snatching it. Okay, we got it. That was the right book, right? Progress of Truth. Okay. That's great. We stole the book, and now we can return to Caius with all our findings. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I think we're going to leave it there for this evening. It's 9:30. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. This has been a lot of fun getting back to some streaming and sharing some Morrowind with you. We are actually working on the main quest. That's very exciting. We'll actually push through that, and we'll try and beat Morrowind, or at least as much of Morrowind as we can. So, if you know me, you know that I'm Jeff. And I am raising money for the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children year-round as part of Extra Life. You can see the details down below. You can click on my little fundraising link in my Twitch details down below and check out my profile. It'll get updated as the year progresses. But basically the way it works is I'm going to be doing some regular streams. I'm going to be giving you more details that lead up to November 3rd and 4th, which is when I'm going to be doing my 24-hour fundraising marathon. It will be my 7th year doing it. It is Extra Life's 15th anniversary, so it's a big one. Gamers all around the world are going to be gaming for 24 hours. I will be streaming all 24 of mine. God, I hope not 25. I'll be streaming all 24 of mine. Haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet, but my Extra Life profile page will have more details as we go, and I'll be talking about them on the stream. We were already talking earlier about a little bit of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater karaoke that I might do when my funding reaches a certain level. Either way, it is a great cause. Everything you donate goes directly to the Sick Kids Foundation. None of it gets kept by Extra Life unless you want to check a little box to give them a little bit to cover their processing fees. It's tax deductible. Tell your friends, tell your employer. I would appreciate you tuning into my streams in the future. It's going to be a really good time. I'm looking forward to it. It's always a really fun time, even if it is very tiring. And I enjoy the streaming in the meantime. It's been great having you folks out, and you will hopefully see me next week. I will see you guys later. Thanks again for coming. Just going to exit the game. And we'll see you all later, folks. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekends.